Hello and welcome to Two Old Dogs and One New Trick, where we help you win the job search one question at a time. I'm Dan Troop, and this is John Hadley. John, here's today's question. It's a tough situation you might find yourself in. What do I do if I realize during the interview that I don't want this position?
It's a great question, because what I hear all the time is even job search coaches advocating to people, hey, there's nothing to turn down until you get the offer. Always go for the offer. Don't worry about that. Keep going, get that offer. I don't agree with that. I agree that if you have a chance that you might want it, if it's not that you've ruled it out, okay, yeah, keep going. But I think it's much more authentic if you've realized that this is not the job you want. If you tell me, look, I'm sorry, based on our conversation, I've realized this isn't the job I want. Because what you're doing is you're maintaining a relationship with this person. As a hiring manager, I'm going to appreciate your honesty. I'm going to appreciate the fact that you didn't waste my time by making me keep going for another half an hour or maybe send you to meet 3 other people today because you've realized this isn't the right thing. In fact, I had someone do this one time where about midway through, they said, I've realized this isn't the job I want. I said, oh, well, really, tell me what it is you're looking for. We had a great conversation. And in fact, the job he really wanted was one that this job could be a good stepping stone to. So I spent the rest of the day trying to show him how it could be, because I was so impressed with him. And my boss was equally impressed. And by the end of the day, we made him the best offer we could afford to try to attract him into the operation because we liked him that much. Even though early on he'd said, I don't think this is a job I want. So it's much more powerful to focus on the relationship at that point, because I might connect you to something else now that I know that this isn't the right fit for you. But what do you think, Dan?
Well, John, you know that I admire and respect you, even look up to you, aspire to want to be the kind of career coach that you've become. But I disagree with you on this one. My first take is, how'd you even get to this point? You're supposed to do pre-interview research, do your networking. And if you do all that, you really should minimize the possibility that you're going to be in this situation in the interview where you realize now that you don't want the position. But here's the point where I do disagree with you. You think about baseball players. They take live batting practice every day, and they do it because the swings, taking more swings, make them better hitters. And I believe the same thing goes for interviewing. I guess I'd qualify my answer a little bit. If you're facing a day-long series of interviews and, in the first interview you realize the position's not going to be a fit, then yeah, you probably should exit gracefully. But I think you want to focus on practice and on reputation. So, continue with the interview. You're going to get more experience interviewing. I think that's great practice. But then reputation, don't be the candidate that gets up and walks out on the interviewer. And definitely don't be the candidate that goes to the recruiter or the hiring manager after the interview. When you get back to your home or your office, you can fire off an email that says, hey, you know what? After careful consideration and having a conversation with you, I realize that this is not a right fit for me. So thank you for your time, and then move on. So that's how I see it.
So that's our tip. Let us know what you think and where you weigh in on this. Look forward to talking to you next time.